welcome back to another video. Coming at you guys live from the iPhone because I could not find my camera today, but that's no excuse to not bring you guys a video. A lot of you guys have been requesting this video, pretty much like a whole rundown of my whole new turbo kit. I'm pretty much going to explain to you guys what exactly is in it, how it works, how much power it makes, and shout out to the security guard for leaving me alone and just going on with his day. I thought I was going to get kicked out right now, but anyways, so for those of you guys that don't know, I have a TOMEI rear mount kit. So what I mean by a TOMEI rear mount kit is a custom TOMEI exhaust on a rear mount kit. This was something that I literally dreamed of, literally thought it wasn't even possible, but thanks to me and my boy over at E-Class, we got it done. So what does it take to be able to run a setup like this? Let's get right into it. First, obviously, you need a TOMEI exhaust. So what I bought the muffler alone. I did not buy the whole exhaust. I just bought just the muffler. Moved the car a little bit down just because I watched one of the videos right now and it looks like there's a lot of noise coming from the freeway, which is like right there. Hopefully it fixed it. If it didn't, then I'm sorry. But anyways, let's get right into it. Like I said, I bought the TOMEI muffler, not the whole TOMEI exhaust. Reason being is because I literally only needed the muffler, so I saved myself probably like 500 bucks with that. So go ahead and sit down right here and show you guys. So this TOMEI is literally welded onto the turbo. Well, it's not welded onto the turbo, but it's a whole piece that connects with the turbo. The material was stainless steel that we used. The turbo that I'm running is a BorgWarner S363. I had a precision turbo previously, but honestly, I just switched to this because I got a good deal on it. I'm not gonna lie, I got a pretty good deal on it. Pretty good size turbo, and it's gonna make a lot of power, we're hoping. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the rear part. Literally, we just customized this whole angle for it to fit onto the turbo. If you guys are wondering why the TOMEI sticks out so much, it's because that's literally the only way it would fit. The other thing we were thinking about doing was putting it like right here, facing the turbo right here, and that will make the TOMEI sit more flush. But the thing with me is I really wanted the turbo to be in the middle. Like I really wanted that. I didn't want it to be on the side. I just wanted it to look pretty sick. So that's exactly why we did that. I have a filter right here too, for all like the dirt, rocks, stuff like that. And that is my oil line that is connected to my scavenge pump. Pretty much what feeds the turbo oil, because this is an oil fed turbo. Yeah, I got this pump from Amazon, so it's not like a super sick pump, but I mean it works. It gets the job done. And yes, the turbo is pretty low to the floor. I don't really scrape. I have scraped it before, but honestly, you just gotta be very careful. It's just like any other thing. At the end of the day, I mean, that's how I wanted it, so it's kind of like you pay to play if something happens, but it's nothing to happen to it. Oh, and I also have a Rev 9 wastegate right here. So pretty much what made this kit different from my other kit, we pretty much changed the whole piping. For those of you guys that don't know, I had a regular rear mount kit before. We changed the whole piping, the exhaust piping, and I made this. Alright guys, so coming over to the front of the car, it sees the dirtiness under here. I need to really clean this, but anyways. So these are actually my same 3-inch intakes that I had when I was NA. We ended up just customizing them, making it fit for this kit. So the 3-inch intakes coming down to an intercooler. I believe this is a C8 facing intercooler. You can't really see it. So this is the same intercooler I used for my first setup. As you guys see right here, these are fuel lines. I have a fuel return system, CJM fuel return system. Now that we're talking about fuel, I have a Walboro 450 fuel pump and Bosch 1000cc injectors, which I actually maxed out, guys. I maxed it. That's why this car's not even fully tuned yet. So we street tuned it just to see how the car felt, and on a very, very hot day, it was probably like 105, but we did it just to see how the car felt pretty much. I've maxed out my whole fuel setup. I mean my injector, I'm sorry. I maxed out my injectors and I maxed out my map sensors. So that led us to believe that we're pushing around like the area of 600 horsepower, because that's usually when the stuff maxes out. And then a couple days later, which was the last video you guys just saw, we went to the dyno and we weren't able to finish because I knocked over the computer by accident. Pretty much messed up the whole dyno for that day, so we weren't able to finish. This car is currently, the tune that's on it is like 400 to the wheel, somewhere around there, just because we could not finish because of my fault. If not, the car would be fully dialed in. But I mean, I don't know, I feel like everything happens for a reason. Like I said in the last video, I didn't really want to dyno tune that day. I had a bad feeling. And I mean everything happens for a reason, I guess. But we should be dyno tuning probably this week or next week. I do have the spark plugs. I'm going to change the spark plugs and do an oil change, and then pretty much just tune it. But I mean, besides that, that's pretty much it. It's just piping, turbo, exhaust, fuel. I mean, if you guys want to see the piping down here, you guys can't really see anything, but it's pretty self-explanatory, I guess you could say. The piping starts here, it goes to the back. There's oil that makes the turbo, that feeds the turbo. There's fuel that makes this all work. I am tuned on E85 for those of you guys that, sorry guys, my camera cut off, but for those of you guys that don't know, I am running E85. The previous setup that I had, the previous turbo kit, it was 503 wheel horsepower with 437 foot-pounds of torque. That's more than enough power for this type of car, to be honest. I mean, not enough for me, but it's enough for this car to have some fun and beat some pretty fast cars. With this setup, I do plan on making it faster, making a lot more power. Just literally just gotta get back on the dyno. Like I said, the car will be finished already, but unfortunately, it wasn't. But yeah, guys, I mean, everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. I mean, you got the piping that starts here, it goes to the intercooler. There's piping that goes to the back. There's a oil pump that feeds the turbo. There's injectors, there's a fuel pump. There's a tune that makes everything work together. There's a fat exhaust that sticks out the back. Looks kind of cool in my opinion. Maybe a little bit too much. Maybe it sticks out a little too much, but that's the only way we can make this work. And I actually kind of like it now. Kind of grew on me. But that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, if you guys are interested in a kit like this, you can hit up my boy E-Class Tunes. That is right here. He'll get you guys right if you guys want something like this. As far as pricing, so I can't give you guys an exact price just because I don't know what's into your car. If it's fully stocked, well, obviously you gotta like throw more stuff than I had to throw on it. My car already has some of the stuff that I needed. For example, if you have a stock car, I mean, you're gonna need to throw a clutch in it. You're gonna need to buy a license for the tuning. It's a lot more expensive to come. It's not just like the turbo kit if you're stock, or it all depends in my opinion, if that makes sense. Not everybody has the exact same mods, not everybody has been tuned before, etc. Point is, for the first kit, I paid around the area of like $9,200, but it was everything, bro. The whole kit, installation, 2 tunes, the fuel setup, fuel return system, a lot of stuff. That's what this will run you, or a little bit more, probably like 10,000 if I had to guess. I'm not sure about pricing. If you guys want the exact price, you guys gotta hit up my boy E-Class. But this is not a cheap setup, I'm not gonna lie. Just because it's a custom setup, like, that was not easy to do. It gets pretty pricey, guys, because if it all goes smooth, it's one price. But if you run into bumps in the road like I did, well, I mean, the price increases. That's just stuff with building a race car, though, I guess. But that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, besides what I just explained to you guys, I do have an Action Stage 3 clutch that I've actually had since I've been NA, and thankfully it's still been holding up. Besides that, I believe that's it. I have stock headers. I have more than R pipes. I'm making white pipe, and obviously the TOMEI for the exhaust setup. But that's pretty much it that I could think of on the top of my head. These videos that I make, they're literally not scripted. They're just, I literally talk to the camera, and everything that pops to my head, I pretty much say it. But that's pretty much it. That's all that this turbo kit consists of. I mean, this car should be good for about 600 horsepower. This kit should be good for a lot more, but obviously the motor can only handle so much. I do plan on building the motor very soon, making some serious power, but just gotta get the wallet ready for that. But yeah, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, which I hope you guys all did, hit that thumbs up for me, subscribe if you're new, hit that bell button so you guys will get whenever I post. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.